Team Squad, Team Squad, Team Squad, Team Squad. We are Team Squad. Hey everybody, we're back again with another comic book review for your viewing pleasure. Diamond Dave checking in, Big J, D Money, and the great and mighty Peacock.
Yep.
Coming to us on location.
Yeah.
Coming to us on location from the Irkutsk Mountains.
On secret vigilante mission stuff.
High atop Northeast Asia.
It's yellow up here.
So many bad jokes. We'll refrain from. Never parental advisory.
Yeah, Team Squad back. Here we go. We got a #1 issue for you right here by Image Comics, Descender. Lot of hype around this one. Let's see if it's worth it.
Especially among the sci-fi buffs.
Oh yeah,
and we do have a few of those among us.
Yes, we do. That's
all
right.
Of us, in fact.
Dave.
Guess I'll just go ahead and get right into it. Really enjoyed the world building that they did with this series. Nice kind of galactic federation situation that we got, and then everything just completely goes sideways. Just unanticipated outside force shows up and Paradise Lost. Boom. Beautiful artwork, nice watercolor styles, nice characters. You got the main, or one of the main characters, I'm assuming he'll be a main character, that's introduced at the beginning. A lot of depth with him, or at least they're trying to build depth with him. And a lot of it follows the story of what we assume to be this little boy who's woken up from cryostasis. We think that he's in cryostasis, but then we find he runs into a robot dog and bam! Full-on Ghost in the Shell, cybernetic extensions and face panels and all sorts of craziness.
He's not a real boy.
No.
No. So,
someday.
But no, this kind of stuff is right up my alley. I'm totally digging the setting, the type of story that they're trying to build. The main character's giving me a little bit of a Rick Deckard vibe, kind of from Blade Runner. Called back from retirement to figure out one last puzzle. But yeah, beautiful book. Every single page is practically worth framing. And yeah, nothing really bad to say about it. I really liked the little bit there at the end where it gives you a rundown of all the different planets in the consortium, or the United Galactic Council.
Gives you a little bit of insight on the...
Yeah, and Image and Valiant are really good about doing that kind of stuff. They're really good with the world building. You get a little bit of concept art pages there at the back, which is nice. It's a nice little add-on. So, yeah, in my opinion, if this is your kind of bag, you're going to eat it up. Can't say enough good things about it. I'm really looking forward to this series, and can't wait for the next one. I honestly want them to. When I finished reading it, I was like, I want to watch an anime of this right now. So, yeah.
Yeah.
2 thumbs up all the way.
I liked it too. I thought it was a very cool book. I really like the I really like how throughout the book you got 2 perspectives, one from Dr. Kwan and then one from Tim 21, which is right now pretty much the main 2 characters. And I hope they kind of stick with that, they don't go too crazy, because you are kind of it's already kind of building where they're going to eventually meet, because
he designed the robot.
Yeah. So, but yeah, really sci-fi, really cool stuff. having to do, this young boy robot Tim 21, and he really feels very human inside this book, even though he's a complete artificial intelligence, which is very cool. Really really cool art by Dustin Nguyen. I really like the uses of space he uses inside the panels, which is very, very cool. Beautiful, nice watercolors, but most of it is very subtle. Most of the colors throughout this book aren't too saturated, aren't too bright, And I think it really goes good with the flow and the subject matter inside
it feels
this book.
very ethereal.
Yeah, it does. It'll be kind of interesting whenever you have some more action type scenes. Exactly what he does, because he is using colors that are very very light and very
muted.
Yeah. So but the few parts that are like that, he does kind of bring the colors on a little bit more. So yeah, very, very cool. The line work is pretty simple throughout this book, but it goes good. It goes good with that watercolor style, and the line work that he does is utilized very well, which is actually more difficult to do than if you just use a whole bunch of crazy lines and crazy detail. Using a few amount of lines, but using them perfectly and utilizing them in a good way. That just shows how much skill he has. So this book is sci-fi, and it does have it does have some technology and stuff like that. And normally, for me personally, and this is just a personal thing, I mean, the art is amazing, it's wonderful. I do kind of like more of the kind of hard surface, like very intricate straight lines and in the inks and stuff like that. But it's just a very minor, personal thing that whenever reading comics that have to do with a lot of mechanical things.
Sure.
Yeah, but it's just.
It kind of adds a human touch to the machines. I mean, and this is kind of a story about. I mean, it is. There's a real Pinocchio kind of vibe to it. So.
Yeah. As far as Tim goes, yeah.
Yeah.
But other things like background and different environments, but I think it's a really cool story because it just touches it's one of those this is the first issue, and there's already like a big huge event that's happened.
Yeah.
Like billions, just die. Yeah. And then they kind of, I don't know, and this is also another personal thing. Like they showed you that Tim 21 is an artificial intelligence, is a machine in the first issue, and I was kind of wanting to maybe a little bit later, like
nice.
that, some type of reveal. I mean, of course we're gonna know it because we see the covers and everything, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Possibly. I mean, I was expecting him to be an android already. I guess because of the byline that we read last week.
Yeah.
Came out an artificial intelligence surrounded by bounty hunters or whatever.
Right.
So I think I probably would have enjoyed it more if I had not known that he was, and then found out on page 10 or whatever. But it is unbelievably well put together artistically. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful book.
Yeah.
I guess it didn't really, not much of it resonated with me for whatever reason.
Really?
I don't know. Just didn't really appeal to me much.
Yeah.
I think it'll be interesting to see, because obviously at the end we're expecting, okay, here's this little boy with a tiny robot dog.
Yeah. And
you've got these like nasty looking people that are the bounty hunters come to get him, and you just get a feeling like, I don't think the bounty hunters quite know what they're in for. Could be wrong about that. Maybe they're going to chase him all over the place, but it'd just be really funny for the scientists to show up and there's like dead bounty hunters all over the place.
Get kind of a Gohan at the beginning of DBZ kind of effect.
Yeah, I just have no idea that Timmy is, he's this little android kid, but he reminded me of Astro Boy.
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
I got that kind of vibe from it. So
yeah,
I wasn't as impressed by at this point. I mean, with what we've been reading in Marvel, with all three of the Avengers titles, seeing a giant mechanoid thing hovering over an Earth is kind of you get used to that image.
Yeah,
that kind of ruined
that
it.
was kind of it's the Celestial.
Yeah, it's giant Iron Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's that's really pessimistic. So it was
Yeah.
a really good book, well put together.
I think it has all the right elements that have been put into this first issue where it can be something pretty cool, pretty special.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy, Dave, what you said about after you read it. You're like, man, I want to see a manga, not a manga, an
Animated
anime.
version.
Mhm.
Before this first issue even came out, Sony Pictures bought the rights to this.
Holy cow!
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Well, there's that.
So nothing's in production, but they actually went out and bought the rights to this book
Yeah.
before this issue even came out.
Jeez.
Heard it here first.
So there could be,
That's some good detective work.
haha.
Very nice. That's
Yeah, this was my pick of the week.
Likewise.
I really liked it. I thought it was cool. Peacock.
What?
Any thoughts?
Yeah, I thought it was a good book. I went in not knowing anything and came out very impressed. It was a really good book. I like the relationship between the man and the android, and then the android and the animal, his little robot dog.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it,
Mm-hmm.
So, that was my last dog's name also. So that's kind of fun.
Oh.
So, anywho, yeah, it was a good book.
He's an artificial.
Fra, fra, fra. Oh,
I think
oh wait, no, you got it
Sony-
backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so Descender #1, definitely for the sci-fi buffs. Pick it up. Start
Indeed.
now. It
Yeah.
could be huge. Jump on.
It could
Or you
be.
get issues
It
of
could be a movie. We don't know.
Don't know.
Yeah.
I'm anticipating big things.
Yeah. Very
So-
cool. All right, everyone. Stay tuned for our next review. It's coming up real soon. Team Squad channel.
Team
Coming back
Squad.
at you. Woo, yeah, kabam!